Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one's for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. The energy today was great starting off, and then somewhere around noon Central Standard, it just kind of like gave up. It was almost kind of like I don't even believe in manifesting anymore. I'm like, that's not my energy. That is not my energy. So there's a collective pool that is just like all of a sudden ready to throw in the towel. So I'm going to jump right into these readings and see what's going on. Spirit, what messages do we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Cancer? Spirit, what messages do we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Cancer? Spirit, what messages are there for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Cancer? One more time. Spirit, what messages are for Cancer? Let's go. First two cards are current energy. We've got the Empress with the Knight of Rods. So I want to say that this is something that you have really put some time, love, care. You're ready to leave. A relationship, a job, something. You can see this Knight's like, bye. Bye, Felicia. And Felicia seems to be sitting quite fine with, Nighty Night there taken off. So this is like something that wants to go separate ways. Or, actually, I won't even say that. One person is cool here, or, whatever. One person's just cool with the other one going. Whether it's a career, like a job. Like, okay, you're free to go. You work here at will. So there's something about, like, this Knight. Because he kind of has that player energy. So, are you thinking, like, if I leave this other, like the fear that this other person will, or this other, my job will die? No, that won't happen. So, I want to say this reading is going to be centered around some limiting self-beliefs and maybe a little grandiosity. The King of Swords is in the heart space, along with Judgment. Needing to choose truth. This Knight of Rods is face to face with this King of Swords. And I hate to break it to this Knight of Rods, but when that King of Swords is in the heart space, and with Judgment, like, you're going to choose correctly, Cancer. When you go with your heart, when you do what's right for you, when you make choices out of compassion, love, caring, and not out of, flippantness, what you're emotionally feeling one day could change the next. But then when you get to your heart space and you're really reflecting on it, you're looking squarely at that Knight, like, he's almost stopping him. Like, wait a minute. Don't just buy Felicia. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Are you acting with integrity? Are you making a decision that you'll be proud of tomorrow? I don't think that Knight's going to get past that heart's choice of being honest, fair, and right. When you got Judgment right behind him, it's like your heart is calling for you to make the best choice here. The next two cards are your possible outcome. So we got the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Rods. It's not going to be easy. There's nothing easy about wanting to leave and then having to really sit about, in your heart space to make that decision from This is not saying, this reading is not saying one way or the other. I'm just speaking to some Cancers who are ready to leave something that they've invested time, effort, energy, and themselves into. Their heart is keeping them from doing that because they're really mulling over what the right decision is. I can't say what the right decision is. All I can say is that if it's a heart-based decision that comes from that honest, thorough, am I really doing this with integrity? When you come from that position with compassion, love, caring, self-appreciation, appreciation for every party involved, there's nothing. Either outcome will not be easy. There will be looking back over, which is what that Seven of Pentacles is there. It's looking back over what we've done in the past. Do we want to keep going? Do we want to change? Are we redirecting? Are we leaving? Are we staying? Are we going to try and work on this? Am I going to ask for a raise? Am I going? It's really going over all the different options and then recognizing that there's still a chance that there will be a fight to it. Anything worth it is going to be. There's going to be risk. There's going to be fighting. There's going to be some battles having to accomplish, because if everything's handed to you, you're not recognizing the value and the importance of having gone through it. That's why everything worth going after has this risk to it. It's just deciding for yourself what your own risk value ratio is. Is it, am I willing to risk all this energy, time, effort, and myself that I've put into whatever relationship, career, family dynamic, whatever it is, my friendships? Because when we make decisions based off of what's best for ourselves, loving, compassionate, caring, self-appreciative decisions, we don't get a good reception often because it's counterintuitive. People think we're abandoning them. Well, I've been abandoning myself to be in this, in this job. I've been abandoning myself. I've been trying to get out of this relationship for years. Whatever. That's going against what your gut's telling you. So yeah, there's going to be some risk involved, Cancer. Underlying energy, or what you might not be aware of, I've got the Two of Swords, the Chariot, and the Nine of Rods. So, moving forward is what's in between the guard. This energy of battle ready, guarded off, like really being apprehensive and not like when I get the Nine of Rods, I always feel like somebody's trying to get you, always looking over your shoulder, like, what'd you do last night? Nothing. Like, bro, it's cool. I was just asking what you're doing. Normal conversation. But still, you feel like everybody's trying to get you. And then there's a block. Well, no, really? What's the block? What's right in between? It's coming from a balanced position and making that forward momentum. Whatever that decision is for you. Whether it's moving on and out. But this is just the card of making the going. Not sitting still. Not sitting stagnant. You want to leave. You want to make a movement. But it's time to decide. Something's got to change. So this movement forward is like what will relieve this block, whether it's a movement forward to stay in what your current situation is, you could stay at the job, stay in the relationship, stay with the friends, whatever it is, or going, but really just needing to reflect on what that best decision is for you. Are you completely happy and fulfilled all by yourself? If everything that you're worried about right now were to come to an end and you were left alone with just you and your thoughts, are you happy? The Four of Rods right there in the heart space. How stable do you feel? I mean, if you're in that defensive kind of guarded, posture constantly, I can't imagine that feels very stable. When it comes to the Four of Rods, it's the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual stability that somebody can say or do anything to you and you're like, you're cool, You can't be moved. You've done the work and you feel good about every decision you've made. And that's another prompting in that heart space that whatever decision you make needs to have this ring to it. Whether it's with another individual or not. Or not with the career or not. Or keeping these things in mind. Page of Rods. And the possible outcome is clarifying. You got the Knight of Rods at the beginning of it. Now you got the Page of Rods. So there's a knowing. There's this because look at this page. He's like kind of calling off, like, and he's just a little guy. Just a little guy. But even still, a little guy is shouting across the mountains like, yo, bro. Recognizing that even that Page of Rods is giving you the answer, is giving you the motivation, the encouragement from deep within you to recognize that it's not going to be easy. He's little. He's not even a knight. He's got a long way to go to be king. But he recognizes that it's worth it. It's worth it to go through whatever he's got to go through to get, the gold here, the stability. And then underlying energy, the Page of Swords. So here we have two pages. So this is definitely the starting of a process, recognizing that with just a little bit of honesty, with a little bit of understanding that it's not going to be easy. Nobody said this is going to be easy, but is what you're currently, taking into account how you feel right now and how you have felt. How long has that felt easy? Has it been easy? So are we going for momentary comfort or lasting satisfaction? For the what's satisfying in the moment, is it, will it bring that lasting, really taking into account what is that lasting stability, something that you can sustain? Because it doesn't seem like what's been going on with that Nine of Rods, it's not very sustainable. I hope this has helped, Cancer.